Welcome to another Review Room tutorial. Today we're going to continue the discussion about integrating social networks. Now, last time we said that upon someone creating a submission, we would want to send a public tweet, and this is how we would do it. Now, the other thing that we need to figure out, of course, is we wanted to provide a link to the particular submission itself. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we need to find out what the default URL is for someone's profile. So let's open up our other tab here, which had the public display. So if I click on any particular submission, we can see what it looks like. And as you can see, the URL is the following. So it's slash, well, basically it's this thing here. So I could just select all of this. And then the last part is this number, which is the submission ID number. So we can go back and I can paste in the link to that particular submission. And of course, this is a bit more advanced, so if this doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. Don't worry about it too much. But if you want to set this up and need help, we can help you with that as well. So let's scroll down and find the submission ID, which should be one of the fields here. The numeric identifier of the submission, that one right there. So essentially, this is going to be the link to the public profile of the person that just applied, right? So this person just applied to this competition, and here's the URL for their public submission, because this is the generic part of the URL and this is the submission ID. And of course, you could scroll down and make sure that this, you activate the trigger. And if you activate the trigger, then from that point on, anytime someone creates a submission, your review room will automatically add a tweet to your Twitter stream. And you can do the same thing with your Facebook stream, just instead of the action that says tweet something, you'll change the action to share on Facebook. Okay, so that's pretty much it from the social network aspect. Let's go back to the public competition section, since that's what we were talking about. And then we can move on to the next subject. So going back to settings, and if I go to publicity, so the last part that we were at, we described this, and we talked about the integration via Facebook. So the other thing about public competitions is sometimes you may want to have a public voting task. So now let's go talk about that and what it looks like. So if you go to the design section and you go to design competition, over here what we're going to have is a section that talks about public voting. Now we're going to very briefly describe this, but there will be a video tutorial in full on how to run a public voting competition. But I just want to show you very briefly that there's a new task that you can add called Get Voted For. And if you add this task, all applicants will have, well, any applicant that gets a task will have a task called Get Voted For. And when they click on that task, they'll see a link that they can share on Facebook or Twitter, or they can email out to their friends. And through that link, their friends can vote for them. And then you, as the administrator, will be able to see who has the highest number of public votes. And if you're doing a public competition, you can say that public votes count for, let's say, 10% of the score, or whatever it is. Or you can just choose the most popular candidate according to the public. So you can create some competitions for that. And obviously, part of the Get Voted For, before you create a Get Voted For task, you really want to make sure your competition is public, because otherwise, the public can't view the profiles of the people who are competing against their friends. So it's important to make sure that your competition is public before you use the Get Voted For task. So that's actually pretty much it, though, in terms of the publicity section. Make sure to also check out the video tutorial on public votes, public voting competitions, if you're interested in that and need it for your competition. But otherwise, we'll see you in the next tutorial. Thanks very much.